Identify your strengths and weaknesses, so you can grow, develop, and succeed. Questions that would be answered. Why is defining my strengths and weaknesses important for my career? How do I clearly identify my strengths and weaknesses? How do I use my strengths and work on areas I need to develop to help achieve my goals? Connect with me via WhatsApp, +234 703 247 4726, to get more interesting videos. Please, to support our ministry, remember to like the video, and also find it in your heart to subscribe to our YouTube channel and then gently tap the bell to turn on the notification, so as not to miss out on the next videos. Imagine Stacey works at a karaoke bar. One day, she dreams of being a famous singer with hit pop songs, sung at karaoke bars around the world. Stacey gets compliments on her voice all the time, from customers at work. A few have even suggested that she record some songs, so she can send them to record executives, and land the deal of her dreams. She's a little nervous though, and thinks she might be jumping in too fast, and skipping a step. So, what should Stacey do? Let's help her. Knowing your strengths and weaknesses gives you a better understanding of how you function and a clear idea of how you can best grow, develop, and succeed. By having a clearer understanding of the weaknesses that may be holding you back, you can also develop a better approach for how best to move forward and achieve your career goals. Knowing which of your skills you should make use of, and which you still need to improve upon can also provide you with confidence in your abilities, and accelerate your career development. So, how do you identify your strengths? Let's start with your natural state, aka the feeling when you are relaxed and at your best. Think about 3 times in your life you've achieved this state. What do these 3 instances have in common? Why did you feel most at ease in these 3 instances? What skills or attributes did you use in these moments or experiences? The skills and attributes that overlap between these 3 instances can provide you with an idea of what your strengths are. Take a moment to write these down. For instance, if your 3 instances were convincing a couple friends to work out their differences, calmly taking care of an angry customer, and mediating a dispute between coworkers, you might realize you are a skilled peacemaker. You can also identify your strengths by considering your experience, knowledge, and areas of expertise. Ask yourself, what comes easily to me? For example, is it easy for me to speak up in front of a group? What role do I naturally take on in a group setting? Am I a natural leader, supporter, caregiver, or planner? What do people ask me for help with the most? For example, do they ask me to negotiate for them, provide career advice, or look after someone for them? Finally, what knowledge and skills have I accumulated throughout my career and experiences? Again, note what your answers to these questions tell you about yourself and your strengths. To better understand your strengths, you can also ask those around you. Ask family, friends, managers, and colleagues who are close to you, or work closely with you to identify your top 3 to 5 skills that they would compliment you on. Then, compare their feedback with your own self-assessment. Look at the skills others said you had, and the ones you observed about yourself, and compile them into 3 to 5 strengths or attributes. This can be a very good indication of what your key strengths are. Of course, you don't only want to define your strengths. You should know your weaknesses, too. So, how do you identify those? Start by imagining you're working on a group project, and roles are being assigned. What's the role or task that you would dread the most? Is it delegating tasks? Keeping people on schedule? Now, think about the things that drain your energy the most. Is it talking to people? Are there analytical tasks that leave you feeling exhausted or frustrated? Take note of these. Again, insights from people around you can help. Select the 3 people whose opinion you trust the most and ask for their honest feedback on what they perceive your weaknesses to be. Tip: often, people find it uncomfortable or too confrontational to share feedback face-to-face. By asking them to share their feedback in writing, you're more likely to get their accurate, honest feedback. Once you've identified your strengths and weaknesses, think about how you can use this information to get closer to your career goals. First, look for opportunities to develop your strengths into mastery. For example, if your strength is that you're good at providing guidance, you might volunteer in a role that allows you to exercise this strength, and become an even better mentor. Identify areas where you can apply your strengths, and start to be known for them. For instance, if you're a great planner, take initiative to plan activities or projects at work to demonstrate your skills. Finally, look for career opportunities that let you use your skills, and apply for jobs that include your strengths as key attributes they're looking for. This will enable you to thrive at work, and set goals that you're passionate about. Working on your weaknesses is just as important as leveraging your strengths, but it can be a challenging process. So, before you start improving any particular weakness, decide how much effort you'll invest. Ask yourself, is this weakness a big barrier to achieving my goal? In other words, is overcoming this weakness central to my success? Is this an easy fix, or would it require an extensive amount of time, energy, or investment to bridge the gap in my skill set? Are there people around me who can help me bridge this gap? If, after reflecting, you decide bridging this gap in your skill set is important to your success, consider the following ways you might work to do so. First, commit to an action. Think about what training, exercises, or practice you can do on a daily or weekly basis to bridge these gaps. For instance, if you want to get better at public speaking, you might enroll in a workshop or class. Seek out people around you who can compensate for your shortcomings, and coach you at the same time. Some of the best teams are made of individuals with diverse skill sets, and being on a team like this will only help you improve. Do this now. Now that you know how important defining your strengths and weaknesses can be for your career growth, let's start defining them both.